That may have been the last one, but anyway, the court has set up a temporary order establishing in this circumstance, court did appoint Ms. Gustafson as the ad litem. Court will note that both parties and the state and the ad litem are all present. So at this time, I'll ask the state for an opening to tell the court what the state's requesting we do here today, what you understand agreements and contests to be, and then I'll take an opening from the ad litem. Thank you.
Your Honor, the state is requesting a further temporary order. I think Ms. Gustafson's opening will state that she's not ready to finalize. The state is also seeking to adjust the amount of child support and medical support due to the circumstances of the parties, and will elicit testimony based on that.
All right, Ms. Gustafson.
Your Honor, I'm not ready to finalize today. I got some contradictory information, and I am not ready to make a recommendation on the father's visitation without to increase access to the child without him getting some more education about the child's medical condition, and I'll be happy to ask questions about that.
All right. All right, Ms. Ojeda, okay, and sorry, Mr. Bryant, can you both turn your videos and raise your right hands and unmute yourselves, please? Thank you. All right, you both solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth will help you?
I do. Yes.
All right, thank you both very much. You put your hands down. I'll go ahead and let the state call you as witnesses and allow the ad litem to cross-examine. If there's anything at the end of the hearing either you think I need to know that didn't come out during the general testimony, so long as it's relevant, I'll take it up at that time. So the state may proceed with questioning at this point. Thank you.
Your Honor, may the state defer to Ms. Gustafson for questioning?
Go right ahead, no problem. Ms. Gustafson, you can go ahead and call your first witness, please. Thank you.
I'd like to call Miss Ojeda.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your full name for the record.
Graciela Ojeda.
All right, you may proceed.
Miss Ojeda, whenever your daughter, when you learned that she had type 1 diabetes, were you instructed by the medical team that sees her how to handle her medication and how she received her insulin?
Yes.
And that included some sort of instruction on how to change out her needles and how to do her tubing and all of that?
Yes.
And at this point, Mr. Bryant, you have not provided him any information about a class or anything like that for him to get the same information, correct?
No, so you're going to ask at that appointment.
Okay. So there was an appointment in April for your daughter to go to for like a checkup because she has to go periodically, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
How often does she have to go?
I think right now we're at every 4 months.
Okay. So in April, she was scheduled to go. And did you make Mr. Bryant aware of that on AppClose?
Yes, it is on the calendar.
And he did not attend?
Correct.
So there is an upcoming appointment on July 30th.
Yes.
And at that time, the doctor discusses how she's doing and how she has been doing and what her level looks like and all of that.
Correct.
And so you've posted that information on AppClose, is that correct?
I haven't given him that appointment yet, but I will. Yes.
Okay. So you'll put all of the information on there today about when the appointment is, where the appointment is, what the doctor's name is, and all of that, correct?
Correct.
And at that appointment, the doctor will go over what her current condition is. And will he typically answer any question that you have?
Typically, yes. He just checks our ratios and levels. Yes.
So if Mr. Bryan is present and he has a copy of his order showing that he also is a temporary joint managing conservator, then he should answer all of that, his questions too, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you set up with the medical team your appointments, then he will also meet his medical team or her medical team at that time, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you've showed him how to change out the needles at the visitation that he has had. Is that right?
Mhm.
And how many times have you shown him?
Only twice.
And you think he did videotape it?
I believe so, yes.
Has he ever done it during any of those visitations?
No.
And how long did you meet with the nurses before you were doing it on your own?
I was meeting with them like every couple weeks, especially when we first started. It just kind of depended at what point of the treatment we were in.
Okay. So at this point, do you think that Mr. Bryant, with your knowledge of what's going on, has the process down to do it on his own?
No.
And have you discussed with him how to figure the carbohydrates and how to figure how much insulin she needs? Does he know how to do that?
No. I have
have you
tried to show him, but no, he hasn't asked about it.
So do you think it would be wise to have someone else other than you show him how to do that?
Yeah, that's what he prefers, yes.
Well, if that's not done correctly, what happens to your daughter?
She can end up in the ICU.
Okay, so do you not think it would be important to have a medical professional show him how to do it instead of you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Hubbard, your witness.
Has the source for insurance changed for Aaliyah since we were last here in February?
No.
I know currently the state's going through open enrollment. Are you going to have to go through open enrollment for insurance anytime soon?
Not until December.
Okay. I pass the witness.
All right, and I'll be back to you in just a moment, ma'am. Anything else anything else on redirect, Ms. Gustafson?
No, sir.
All right, call your next witness, please.
I'd like to call Dante Bryant.
All right, sir, please state your full name for the record.
Dante Bryant.
All right, thank you very much. You may proceed, Ms. Gustafson.
Now, Mr. Bryant, you have been exercising your visitation, correct?
Yes.
And at the visitation, you advised me that Miss Ojeda had shown you how to change out the needles and work the machine for your daughter's insulin, correct?
Correct.
And you said that y'all have gone over that process several times, correct?
Correct.
Now, you said you videoed it?
Correct.
And you also told me you had done it yourself one time.
Correct.
So it's your recollection that you did actually do it one time, right?
Correct.
Now, do you feel comfortable doing it on your own?
I do.
And you have not taken a class as the judge had ordered in previous orders.
Correct.
And why have you not taken a class?
I was told that there was no classes available.
And was it Miss Ojeda that told you that?
Correct.
Were you aware of the April's doctor's appointment?
I don't remember that.
And do you communicate with her through app close?
Yes.
Okay. Will you be willing to go to the July 30th doctor's appointment?
Yes.
And when you're there, do you understand it will be your responsibility to ask the doctor for him to have someone on his team to give you the same instruction that the mother received?
Yes.
And you will be the one that has to request that. He's not just going to automatically do that. You understand that, right?
I understand.
Okay. In addition to that, you understand you need to ask him for instruction on how to figure how much insulin she needs, because you need that instruction from his team and not from Miss Ojeda. You understand that?
Definitely understand that.
Okay. Now, have you been going to all of your visitation periods? Have you made everyone?
Not all of them, unless they made plans or something, and I wasn't able to come.
So, on the times that you were supposed to be there according to the court order, did you let mom know that you weren't coming?
Yes.
Before the visitation came, or before the day of the visitation?
Yes.
So in the future, can you make sure that you give her notice if you're not going to exercise a visitation?
Yes. It should go both ways.
Okay. And also, if you're going to be late to a visitation, can you give her a heads up that you're going to be late?
Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, then, sorry. Ms. Hubbard, any questions of the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
Mr. Bryant, during the February order, we had based child support, it looks like, on a $10 an hour job. What job was that?
DoorDash.
Was that your only income during that time?
Yes.
And when did you stop working for DoorDash?
Last month.
Okay, what happened there?
I didn't want to work there anymore.
Okay. And have you had any other jobs since we were last in court?
Yes.
Where else have you worked?
Car wash.
Okay. Are you still working there?
No.
What happened?
Medical problems.
So you missed too many days and they didn't have enough time off for you?
Correct.
Okay. Have you previously been in the military?
Yes.
And did you have an honorable discharge?
Yes.
Okay. Do you receive any money for military disability?
No.
So if I were to tell you I called the hotline and they said you received $4,098.87 as of 5/31, I would be lying?
No.
Did you just lie to the court?
No.
How do you reconcile your answer with the fact I just asked you, do you receive any money from the military? And you said no.
Because it changed.
When did it change?
I don't recall the day.
How long have you been receiving military disability?
I don't know the exact day.
Was it prior to February?
Yes.
What's your disability rating?
It was 100.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Right, I'm sitting there trying to make my mind. Do I need to give you a lawyer, sir? Because I'm getting ready to have some serious problems with your testimony, sir. If you perjured yourself to this court about your income, then yeah, you could be looking at some serious problems with the district attorney's office of Bell County. So at this point, I'm not going to go any further down that path. I'm going to let you go talk to your own lawyer. And but for right now, about to make up my mind what I want to do on this. And so, Ms. Hubbard, and you have not received any discovery information showing that, based on the paperwork that you served on Mr. Bryant about his income, about the VA disability?
I will double check, Your Honor, but I do not believe so.
Okay. All right, Ms. Gustafson, any other further questions of Mr. Bryant?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Bryant, first thing I'm going to do is order your child support change, and it changes next month. And we're probably going to go backwards again on this as far as this thing is concerned. But obviously, you get 100% VA disability. How many other children? Do you have any other children, sir?
Yes.
How many that you're legally obligated to support, sir? I mean, biological children that through marriage or through a court order that determines that you are the father. How many? What do you have, sir?
Through a court order, 0.
All right. And are you married?
No.
All right. So, and you're saying you got other children. Where? How old are those children, and where are they located?
Here in Bell County.
How old are they?
Not even a year old yet.
How many?
Just 1.
And for the purposes of this hearing, sir, what is the mother's name of that child, please?
Dominique.
Last name?
Reese.
Spell the last name, please, sir.
Reese.
Okay. And the child's name, please.
Xavier.
And the child's current last name.
Reese.
Okay. All right, the state will look into whether or not there's an ongoing case with Miss Reese and the child. But for right now, without that child being established legally, sir, you only have one child before this court. So I'm looking at let the state do the calcs of what child support should be going forward at 20% based on your income, your VA disability, which is non-taxable. At 100% disability, it's non-taxable. And what the state's going to request as far as child support and cash medical going forward. And I'll reserve any issues dealing with back or retro amounts that should have been ordered and paid through the fact that you are getting VA disability, sir. So again, sir, you might want to again talk to a legal counsel about that. But for right now, I'm probably going to stay away from it. So I'm not going to go down that path at this point. Anyway. I'm sorry. Any other questions of Mr. Bryant by either attorney, please?
No, sir.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bryant, you say you can make the July appointment, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry, was there another appointment in early August? I know. I thought I heard something about a second appointment. Is there a second appointment after that, Ms. Ojeda?
No, there's another appointment in July, just a regular 4-year-old checkup at the regular pediatrician.
Okay, and what is that? And that's in July what?
Let me look at it. It is July 16th.
All right, and what's the appointment that Ms. Gustafson talking about, the one on the 30th? What's that?
That one is for her diabetes. That one's July 30th.
Okay, and that's where this is the training he has to have is really with the people who deal with the appointments on the 30th, correct?
Correct.
All right, then, thank you. All right, then, but sir, if you want to attend both the appointments, but you need to attend that third one on the 30th for sure, you need to ascertain from them what training that is available or for them to specifically show you everything you need to know and do going forward. And so, so at this time, I'll ask the state, I know there's no other, I'm sorry, Ms. Gustafson, any other witnesses or anything else you want to, I'm sorry, any other witnesses at this time? Sorry.
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Hubbard.
No, Your Honor.
All right, let me hear the closings, folks. And then again, I'll after the lawyers get through giving their closings, I'll let each of you tell the court anything else you think I need to know based on what they've said. All right, and I'll start with you, Ms. Gustafson. Obviously, I'm going to order Dad to attend that 30th appointment. I order him to find out everything he can from them, whether or not there's online training, whether or not there's live training for this, separate and apart from just the appointment, and what they can do to show him how to make sure everything is handled properly, because we don't want any mistakes when it comes down to something like this. So again, I'll let you go ahead and make your closing at this time. Thank you.
Your Honor, at this time, I would just ask for you to continue the current visitation orders or the current possession and access orders, and order that Mr. Bryant attend that July 30th appointment, or if something happens and that's rescheduled. Any appointments that the child has in reference to her diabetes, I would just ask that you order him to attend those so that he can continue to be informed about her condition, and that he receive some informed training on how to calculate, her insulin, so that if he's going to have unsupervised visits, he's able to take care of her needs, and provide me the information that he has done so that I feel comfortable recommending unsupervised access.
All right, thank you. Ms. Hubbard, closing, please.
Your Honor, the state's asking that child support be adjusted. We'd ask that it started back in March at the amount that should have been appropriated at that time. The state's asking to use the $4,098.87 tax-free income that Mr. Bryant receives, as well as a minimum wage presumption, because he has testified that he can work. The state's asking that the health insurance to be paid to Ms. Ojeda be adjusted to what's maximum, the 9%, so the $369 to help her cover the medical costs, and the dental costs of $30.28. And again, asking those be adjusted in light of the new testimony. Guideline child support based on those amounts would be $977.
All right, thank you very much. So Jada, anything else you want to tell the court at this point, ma'am?
No.
All right, Mr. Bryant, anything else, sir?
No, sir.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do for right now. I'm not gonna go all the way back on this one, Ms. Hubbard. I want the father to produce his information. Sir, who do you bank with?
Say again.
Who do you bank with? Who do you use for your banking? Which bank do you receive your VA disability through, sir? Or which account?
Navy Federal.
All right, here's the deal, sir. You're going to produce a copy of your Navy Federal statements from January 1 of this year all the way up to till the day's date. All right, you get them monthly. So I want you to make a copy of those or PDFs of those and get them to the state. They should have been done as part of the prior discovery, but they weren't. So I want those done immediately. I'm going to hold in the basement. I'm going to hold in the basement. No, basement. God, Judge, you have a good day. I'm going to hold off on giving setting up the back amount, sir. But obviously, you owe this lady some money because everything I've had here today shows that you may have misrepresented information to the court. And of course, the one thing I do demand in anyone who appears before the court is the absolute truth. And if I find out you've been lying to me, sir, you're going to have some problems here. I'm not going to do anything personally. But again, sir, you do not perjure yourself when it comes to your income in a child support case under oath. That is obviously against the law. I think the District Attorney Bell County has bigger fish to fry than you at this point, so it may not come to anything. But from now on going forward, sir, I'm going to take everything you say with a grain of salt. Because again, it appears that you have misrepresented your information to the court, and I am totally unhappy with that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and you're already produced those. You have until the close of business on the 31st. So this is the 30-day month. You got until 5 p.m. on July the 2nd, which is next Tuesday, to download those and get those over to the state as far as your income information is concerned. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and order you to pay child support starting the first day of July at the $977 a month. I'm going ahead and order the cash medical at $369, the reimbursement, and $30 for the dental. And we'll visit everything else when we come back as far as judgment amounts and retroactive amounts as far as what you should have been paying since the original court hearing in this matter. So I'm going to start with you, sir. Do you have any questions about what the court has ordered you to do, or you have any general questions about what you need to do, sir?
No, sir. You said the 1st of January.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The 1st of July.
The 1st of. No, I'm saying for the bank information.
For the bank account, yes, sir. That's this year so far. Yeah. So I want to see what you got January 1 and all the way through June the 1st. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at those bank statements. All right.